Hey guys, below the bottom tier here again, and today we'll be doing a budget build for legendary maps. Uh, to get this out of the way first, yes, I know the house build is the cheapest build in terms of shadow stones. This is a more comfort type build, so just keep that in mind. You don't need the lantern, by the way, so just a heads up on that. I just like to use the lantern simply because it's unlimited light and I can turn it off anytime I wanted to. So to start things off, we'll go with the Necrotic Nightmare, cheapest two-handed sword I think currently in the market. Either that or yeah, no, it's the cheapest right now. Yep. So 3,100, 1,500. So all of this basically is under 15,000 shadow stones. Technically, it's underneath 13,500 shadow stones, even with Tears of Serenity placed at 2,500 shadow stones. So you can add up all of these if you want. So I'm gonna go through them slowly. And this is still underneath 300,000 gold. So there's that. Armor, I'll stick with the basic Coridium armor just to showcase it. Fish, just in case. So there's that. Tools, standard. And with that being said, we'll be doing Mud Mulvage Morse. Reason why is I'm gonna be using this as a benchmark for legendary dungeons simply because it's the hardest out of all of these dungeons. This one is just more mana consuming, so just keep that in mind. It has no bosses. Bosses barely spawn in the legendary tier anyways, so with that being said, let's begin. So not to waste time, I will be explaining, well, one, why I use the lantern. See, this is why. Another would be the components of each one. Screamies for health and energy, so standard. Oh my god, I got hit. And then Blissful, and this is for standard combo. I went for more mana instead of health, so I chose those two blue relics. So this is for a more comfort build again, so just keep that in mind. Next would be, this can actually be replaced with Tome of Tranquility, simply because it's more on damage reduction, but I just like having Tears because it's easy to use. You can use it to scout for information, you can just use it for an oh shit moment. Again, any legendary weapon works here. I just went with the cheapest one I have and currently in the market. And I missed. So standard stuff, you just wait till your health is around this low to use Blissful and Frosty. And like in the previous video, you save one of each of these three items, and I'll show you why later if I actually get to succeed in doing that. Oof. Mushrooms are a bit harder to kite simply because their attack patterns is a bit weird in terms of their openings. But let's find and isolate a mushroom later. For range units, you can again use corner, bait them, then smack them. Okay, let's find an isolated mushroom and I'll show you how to kite it properly. There's one. Oh, wait. Frogs first. This one. So, you need to actually time your attacks. It's not like a normal mob in the sense that you need to go further away and then hit them around when they're charging at you. There's a bigger gap. It's kind of hard to explain, but generally the timing is you need to swing earlier than for most mobs. The problem with this build though is your lack of energy. Oops. You can use your bow to snipe them, but it's not needed. The only times that I find the bow extremely useful is against Mordiums. Yeah, that's usually the only time I actually use them, Mordiums and Elites. Because for those things, you can just walk up, smack them, and you're good to go. So, watch this mushroom. Oops. So you need to swing a bit earlier, because if you swing a bit too late, their movement speed is too fast and then they'll smack you. But I guess from here on, I will fast forward the video like what I normally do so that I don't waste too much of your time. See, like that. I swung, but he was too fast and he still hit me. I'll show you a cool trick you can do with Tears of Serenity. So look at this, right? I'm invisible. I can scout ahead, and then you can see when the timer goes out. So I can ambush at least one person like that. Usually I do that with Wraithmancers, simply because their spawning is very annoying. But you need to keep track of your time here. So when it hits zero, that's when you swing, so that you take maximum health back, which is the 1000 health. Oof, I really hate the weather. Here's the problem with Morse, is that it's very dark. So it's hard to see the logs, especially when you have the darkest skin color. You can actually make this build cheaper if you wanted to. By replacing Tears of Serenity with Amber Bee Honeycomb, you'll just get more energy but less health, which for the most part you won't even need that much health, because see, look at this, I'm still basically full health. But I would just say adjust it depending on the map, because this build was meant for all legendary maps, uh, and you know it's per case basis. But I just tried to cover every single map. I'm just using Morse as a benchmark simply because I consider it the hardest map, either that or Archire. But Archire is more on small mobs than anything else. Apparently, I still don't know how to type that thing. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to bait the cone shot, but it's just 20 plus damage, you can take it. Again, this build can be cheaper, but I am accounting for all maps, including when a boss spawns. Okay, so here's the reason why I told you to save one each of this at the end of your run. Watch. I pop this, back to full health, zero energy, back to almost, you know, 75% of your energy, and look, dried blushberries, full health. Again, this can be replaced with either walnuts or amber bee honeycomb, simply because I still have so much charges left. And how long did we take? About 17 minutes. You can argue that this build can be used for mythical maps also, but just note we did not fight a boss. So just keep that in mind. We did not fight a boss. Mythical maps have a higher spawn rates for bosses. Do not use this in Okep Caverns. You have a chance in Brawn Woods, in Evanbrook Plains, and in Odod Spire Sands, but not here. Not here. So, with that being said, that's the end of my video. Hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Yes, this is a back-to-back video with the Visium Vaults budget build, and I didn't use any consumables for this run. So, yeah, Also, this was requested by TWG. So thanks, TWG. I know you wanted uh something that can run legendary maps, and your budget was 24,000 shadow stones. So I went underneath simply to help other players also. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.